So I had this really amazing day ending with this beautiful 10-year-old. And the day started with this lovely woman who had not many answers from some doctor visits and but was still feeling all these things and so working to help move out of the physicality and validate what they were feeling by how they felt afterwards as well. And so then have this beautiful ending with this sweet boy. And you know I his loved one is a dear friend, and I've worked with her before. So but his first visit and first meeting of me, and he's asking me poignant questions as we played the gong together to just kind of ground. And then when he got on the table, just talking to him and helping him understand the nature within him in the same way he understands a river and how a river just flows. And I said, we talked about how sometimes we as humans can like feel things and stop the flow, trying to figure it out, and saying, but what does a river do? He goes, it just moves. And so when you allow yourself to like we talk about, so then he's in a getting really calm state as I am working on him and moving through the physicality, the congestion out. And he said, can you tell me a mythical story? I was like, of course, I would love to. So I'm working on him, and I started telling him a story, and then finished, and he goes, can I tell you a story? And I was like, of course. And he is going to be, you will know his name one day. He's just amazing. And so very slowly, very grounded voice, he started telling a story about an evil queen who took the princess, killed her parents, and took the princess because she was beautiful and loving and kind, and locked her in the White Tower. And her only friends were two doves, one that taught her strength and courage, and the other love and beauty. And if I remember correctly. And then he talked about then the prince came, and just his voice soft and suspenseful, like you want to know what's next. And he said the prince came and climbed the tower and went to save her and said, what is your name? But she had no voice. And she explained that the queen took her voice. So he went, got her voice back, fought the queen, got the voice. Her voice was in the pendant, and gave it back. And then he said, what is your name? And then he says, long dramatic pause. And she says, Linnell. And I just went, oh my gosh. I look at her, I look at the family member, and I just have like tears welling in my eyes. And he said, and then he saved her, and fast version, saved her. They were getting married, and the evil queen tried to destroy it and intervene, to use his words, intervene. And she tripped on a brick and fell into the deep abyss. And then he went on to talk about the correlation of it to Adam and Eve. And the evil queen was the serpent, and Adam and Eve were the princess and the prince. And she's over here going, he has no religious upbringing and no background. And he's talking about Jesus, and had these, and then asked me my feelings about things and what my thoughts were. And again, calmest voice. And we were just in awe. And he went on with the story of the queen's perspective, and all I just sat there is, God always gives me messages, I feel like sometimes for myself. And I've asked sometimes, I'm like, this isn't about, or I've said years ago, I used to say, this isn't about me. He's like, but you're listening, when I'd be deep in a visit. And so anyway, I was like, oh my gosh, how many times was Linnell like, her voice crushed, or how many times like, you're nothing, or why would God pick you? And all these things that really cracked me open to really know who I am, and really know who I am with God and the work I do and called to do. So I was just in awe, and it was just the most, I could go on and on. But what a blessing. And just like, I love children, and just the magic, and how more and more families I get to work with them to move the energy, to help them have tools to move the stress off, versus like reacting to them. Now it's like listening to them, helping find ways to help calm them, less screen time so they're not in the energy of all that, more creativity. So, oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. So, I hope everyone else had an amazing day as well. And if maybe it was a little kerfluffly, maybe that story will give you some magic and joy as well. So, have a good night.